What's up, voyeurs? Anyway, I want to talk about movies. Let's talk about some movies. My favorite movie of all time is Halloween, which you see right back there. I just think it's the perfect boogeyman movie. It's got more suspense than it does violence. I just like it. I don't know, everything about it. I think it's awesome. Some of my other favorite movies of all times include Waking Life, which I also included the link to in my video for yesterday. So go check that out if you've not seen it yet. It's a directed by Richard Linklater. It's like a metaphysical, philosophical kind of movie, and it's done in that rotoscoped animation that is becoming somewhat popular these days. You probably are more familiar with Scanner Darkly, which was also directed by Richard Linklater and also done in the same kind of rotoscoped animation. And A Scanner Darkly is all right. Waking Life, because I like all the crazy ideas that are presented, I believe it's much better. And The Crow from 1994 was my favorite movie for a long time. I was about 14, actually, I was 13 when I remember hearing on the news that Brandon Lee had died on the set of The Crow, and I was devastated because I used to be really deep into martial arts, and Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee were my heroes, and so that sucked really bad. And I honestly did not think that the movie would ever get finished or released. And then a year later, I seen the preview for The Crow on television to my shock, and I was super excited. And I went and seen it opening night, and it was awesome. I don't have the biggest movie collection. If I did, it would be taking up this entire wall. If I could have all the movies that I actually want. But let's take a look at the few that I have. All right, let's take a little look at what we got going here. Knocked Up. I like comedies, like I said. Futurama. I freaking love Futurama. Behind the Mask. The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Uh, Underrated movie. A lot of people haven't heard of it. It looks kind of dumb just looking at the cover, but it's pretty good. It's like a comedy slash horror. It's not bad. I got some Harold and Kumar. I got all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Super Troopers, funny movie, and of course Chainsaw, classic movie, really really good. 70s horror, in fact, 70s and 80s horror is probably my favorite. And we got some more Futurama here. I've got Avatar. Night Watch is a Russian movie. I believe it's Russian. It's pretty good. They made a sequel called Day Watch. I didn't like it. I believe it was supposed to be a trilogy, and for whatever reason, they never finished it. Probably because Daywatch sucked. And you'll also notice that I've got a lot of concert DVDs. The Ramones. I got the Ramones, Army of Darkness. Oliver Stone, he's a pretty good director. He makes some good stuff. It's not always the best, but some of it's, most of it's pretty good. I got some Manson on DVD. Like I said, I own a lot of concert videos. Ooh, here we go, CKY. I own the CKY videos. Even though they're always doing something gross, it still makes me laugh. Tenacious D, okay. This is like, you gotta have this in your collection. You just do. I love Pantera. I love Dimebag. I miss him. And I've got the Pantera DVD and I got Dime Vision. It's pretty funny stuff. It's mostly just Dime and Pantera fucking around and having fun. Friday the 13th 4-pack. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Let's see. Original. Awesome. Second one's pretty cool. Third one's funny. Fourth one's classic. Check them out. Look at Freddy. I bought this freaking. You've seen these in the stores, right? I know you've seen these. A bunch of stupid ass movies all on one disc for cheap, and a lot of people buy them, and I did. I'm one of those people. I bought this movie because of Halloween H2O, which I love, and that's the only reason I bought it. A little story. Back when the movie came out, My friend and I went to the theater and saw it while tripping on acid, and I had nightmares about Michael Myers for 2 years after that. But it was well worth it. It was worth it. Incubus Live. Incubus is a pretty good band. There's Suck, that movie I told you about. It's a rock and roll vampire comedy, and I just think it's hilarious. Paul, pretty good movie. I love these guys. And Seth Rogen, he's awesome. And they get 50-50. And it's one of the rare times I have a movie that actually makes me tear up. Because, like I said, I usually just like comedies and horror. But this one is what they would call, I guess, a dramedy. But I like it. And that's about it. Let me know which movies you guys like, what your favorites are. Let me know what you thought about some of the movies I talked about today, whether you liked or disliked them. And that's it. Class dismissed.